Today we're going to talk about the power of a legacy. When we think about our lives, what kind of legacy are we leaving? You know, you'll go through college or you'll go through your youthful stage and you look at your life, and what you see your life is how many people you have, how many friends you have, how big a party you can throw, that the best and the most important people came to, so you can say you have the best party in town or had the best party in town. Some people even go to the point where they could say they're the best at throwing New Year's parties or the best at throwing Christmas parties. They are remembered by that. But when you are gone, what will people remember you for? What kind of impact would you make on society that will be so substantial, that will live on long after you're gone? What kind of impact will you have on the communities that you grew up in? What kind of impact you will have on the nation that you grew up in? What kind of impact you will have on the world that you grew up in, that people will remember you? People will remember you because of the contribution that you have given. Remember you because of something you have created. Remember you because of something you have deposited in their lives that will echo long after you're gone. You see, what kind of legacy are you leaving? Do you have a lot of people who know you just because of who you are? But do you have a lot of people know you because of the impact that you have done to their lives? Do you have a lot of people around you who will say, because of something they taught me, because of something they shared with me, I am different today. My life is better. And because of that, I want to go and pour into other people's lives? Or do you just merely have people saying, well, you know, it was always great hanging around them. It was always great partying with them, but then do not have anything substantial? A lot of times we look at the significance that we make into people's lives as just being something of excitement, of something of fun, or something where we just simply socialize. That's why we live in such a society today that you could be around people all the time and they don't know anything about you, because we don't cultivate relationships. And because of not cultivating relationships, we don't think about the legacies that we're leaving. We don't think about the impact that we could bring in other people's lives. We don't think about those who have gone before us, who have set up scholarships and set up foundations that will help their fellow nations. You know, you look at nations all around the world, you know, a third world nations all around the world. You look at nations all around the world, if it's just a little catalyst from each and every one of us could make a significant difference. You know, whether it's scholarships, whether it's foundations, whether it's developmental aid, whether it's building schools, digging a well, or whatever. You know, something that will last of generations to come. Something that will a seed that we could sow, that we will be able to see the fruits of it hundreds of years from now, if time lasts. That's what you call leaving a legacy. Leaving something that makes a substantial difference. Leaving something that changes the landscape of your society. Leaving something that changes somebody's life in such a profound way. It takes them from being down here to where they need to be, and them getting learning how to fish instead of being handed a fish, and teaching others how to go about fishing instead of handing a fish. We could sit around and we could mope and groan about what's on the news, how geopolitics will play out, how the economics is playing out. We could lambaste and debate the factors of globalization. We could look at intergovernment relationships. We could look at the proliferation of different arms and different mediums around the world. We could look at how some countries are not treated fairly unfairly. We could look at the social conditions of countries. We could look at all of these different aspects. But if each and every one of us do not sit and examine our lives and come up with a legacy plan, something that we want to leave for generations to come, some impact. It doesn't make any sense to be blessed with influence and not using that influence for the betterment of others. It does not make any sense to be blessed with influence and not using that influence for the betterment of our societies. Doesn't make any sense to be blessed with influence without using that influence to make change and make significant changes. So as I sat yesterday and pondered about legacy, those were the thoughts that were running through my mind. You know, that what kind of legacy, what kind of things that I can do that will make a significant impact even long after I'm gone. Things, seeds that I could sow, institutions that I could create, different things that I can do that will benefit the masses. You know, we're harnessing the potential out there, harnessing the connections that we all have and bringing those connections together. You know, not just having think tanks, but having tanks that think but also act. Put things into action that brings about a creative change and brings about strategic change in every single society, in every single sphere of influence that we have. So I would encourage each and every one of you to sit down and think, what kind of legacy am I leaving? What legacy am I leaving that people will remember me for? What legacy am I creating that people will remember me for? And then start working on it. Start working and crafting and creating a legacy. Have an awesome growth day. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button below. And remember, you as you subscribe, always click on the bell, because by clicking on the bell, it will notify you whenever I add a new video. Have a blessed day and go out there and create a legacy. Don't just live life just to live life. Live life to benefit others long after you're gone. Thank you.